Hey, Phil.
Hey, Paul, what's happening?
Hey, not much. Is my audio okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I like your background.
Thank you. Did you give our guests the link?
Yep, I sure did.
You know, Zanzine's not going to be on until probably right at the dot if he's on time at all, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to that. Yeah, he pops up late.
I think he works late or something, or his wife does or something. He always seems to be on the road or just getting home.
Yep. So, let's see. So, May 20th is the deadline. And then we'll go into the new format?
Yeah. Try something different.
Do you think we should have a meeting beforehand? Just to make sure we have all our ducks in order?
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah.
Go over it.
Because I was wondering, okay, you take one of my articles, let's say the haunted Matterhorn. Okay, and I'll read the first part, somebody reads the second part, and then someone reads the third part. What do you think?
If you want to do it like that.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You know, that other guy's format that you showed me, I mean, his seems to work out pretty good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You and Zandine could go back and forth on it, you know, if you want, just basically addressing the camera straight on, you know, breaking the fourth wall, and then, you know, spitting out the whole story as if you're talking directly to the audience.
Huh.
And you kind of got to go with what works these days. So you think about it this way, like Joe Rogan's got the most successful podcast, but that's also because it's like the oldest podcast. And he was also a celebrity to begin with. You know, he had Fear Factor and all this, you know, others. He had a following beforehand. He had the MMA stuff, UFC. And he has, you know, really, you know, A-list guests on there, right? So his is more like a talk show than even a podcast. So what we're doing is it's just not gonna reach that level realistically. But the other stuff that you like, that other guy that you shared, that seems to be, I want to say 99% of the other stuff that's successful on YouTube out there. If you think about it, I mean, anything from whether it be paranormal or like the history guy or like, you know, the guitar videos or car guys, they're always talking directly into the video and they're telling you about something to do with whatever the topic is. And that seems to be like the winning format. A lot of information directly to the person viewing. You know, that seems to be the winner. The conversation between two or three other people, like Zandine was sharing with those other things, that may work if you have a bunch of young hip kids that are all in the same room together, you know, with high quality equipment, and, you know, maybe they're young, attractive people, you know, with one good looking girl in there or something to keep it interesting. And, you know, but I don't know. Like I said, we're not in the same room. We're not dealing with the best equipment. I'm not sure if that's the best. You know, we've been doing that for quite a few episodes, and it's not really getting any traction with us. And it didn't really go anywhere with Sanitarium, and God knows how many people we had on that thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, like I said, I think with the stories you have, if you just tell them directly to the camera, you know, being the viewer at home, and we throw, you know, some pictures or AI or whatever along with it. I think, you know, maybe music added to it, you know, a little bit of production production value, I think that's probably the best format. That seems to be the winning format for every other person out there.
Okay.
You know. Well, go out and watch, you know, different ones. It comes down to personality. You got like the Jake Paul. Are you willing to get out there and do a TikTok dance, shake your head, and do something weird, or sit down next to strangers on a bench and try to make people laugh? Or are you going to share information like the history guy does about, you know, little known things or things that people might find interesting? I think you're more in the history guy department.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
slash paranormal than the Jake Paul or the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah, because I like looking at historical facts, the paranormal, how it connects to history, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so.
That's 90% of the stuff that I end up clicking on anyway. You know, if I see something on there and they're like, history didn't want you to know this, or clickbait, boom, or, you know, what is this? You know, it's the sad truth about the passenger pigeon. I already know the story, but you know what? I click on it anyway. So, you know, things like that.
So while I'm telling this story, what are you and Zandine doing?
I wouldn't even be on camera. I'm going to be doing. I'll film it and then do the post production editing. Zandine and you can take turns. You can either be on there together, or you can take turns. You know, you do what you do. You know, one episode. You know, one story about whatever, and then Zandine does one about. You know, he seems to like extraterrestrial stuff. That seems to be his real thing that gets him going. Or biblical stuff. Those seems to be the two things that really get his juices flowing. So I say, like, you know, let him come up with the stories that turn him on, and then you get the stories that turn you on. We could film 2 stories a night that way.
Oh, okay.
And then,
okay.
You know, and then that would give us, you know, twice as much content.
Cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out just to see how it works, you know, so.
It's a little more work on the editing back end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from my standpoint, the easiest thing to do is to keep on doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Because all I do is hit record, and as long as we don't throw any curse words or, you know, throw anything in there that can get us in trouble, I don't really have to go back there and edit anything or cut anything out. I mean, other than maybe lining us up if something happens, it's record, clean up the audio a little bit, you know, put the type, you know, make a little, you know, cover picture, and throw it up there. So that's easy. Doing what I'm suggesting we're doing is going to create more work for me. So there's